Good evening, everybody. Hello and welcome to your Monday night service.
Good evening, everybody.
Hello. Hello, good evening.
And like Michael's just said in the comments, welcome to the second event we've got today, the second live feed. I hope everybody enjoyed the first one, everybody who watched. And I just want to say a huge thank you again to Matthew, because Matthew got up at 4:30 in the morning to do that for us this morning. And that's just above and beyond, bless him. Tonight, we haven't got anybody backstage to come on for readings. So what we thought was we'd do a mix of blind readings and question and answer if anybody wants, because if anyone's got questions from this morning, or if you've got just questions in general, then drop them in the comments and we'll pick them up as we go along with the evening. Daddy Alan says, good evening all, how are you, Jean?
Tell him I'm doing okay now, thank you, Daddy Alan.
You've just told him yourself because he has...
Hi, Daddy Alan.
Yes.
And how's Mummy? How's my Mummy?
She's fine. She's fine. My mum, I spoke to her this morning. Yes, so like I said, it'll be a mix of question and answers, and we'll do some blind readings as well, if that's okay with everybody.
Oh, well, so Steve likes that idea, Tony.
So did Lisa
what a lovely
Scott.
Idea.
Yes.
Can I just say, yes, I have got my feet up, because I've been asked if I've got my feet up. Yes, I have.
You better have, or else I'm coming up there and I'm going to slap your legs.
Yes, I've got my feet up.
Jade, why? Yes, we can see your comments, sweetheart. If that answers your question. See, first question answered. Can anyone see my comments? Yeah, we can. Oh, I'm in a bit of a strange mood today. I've taken my inhaler 3 times and I'm not feeling the best, but
It's like having gas and air.
It is. Your airways just open up a lot and you just feel a little bit high, don't you, Jean?
Yeah, a bit giddy.
A bit giddy. Yes, the chat with Matthew was absolutely amazing. Tracy Jane Husk, she said the chat with Matthew was fab. If anybody didn't see it and they want to get a cup of tea and a box of biscuits, it's 2 hours long. I didn't realise we were there for 2 hours. It just seemed to go quickly, but we were there for 2 hours. He's interested in doing some more feeds with us as well, so that would be really good. Really good.
Can I just say,
I'm laughing at your Michael saying, can you hear me, Mother?
I was asleep dreaming of him, so I was with you in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I was dreaming about him, so...
What sort of dream were you having though, Jean?
Well, that's between me and him.
Well, yeah. Jade, yes, I've
Jade,
already confirmed.
We can see your comments as well, darling.
Yeah, it was Jade that asked before. Okay, right.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. So we will open in prayer, followed by the Lord's Prayer, and then we will go to Poetry Corner with Pam.
Bless you, thank you, darling.
Could we all blend together, please, and join in the silence? Great Spirit, Father, Mother, God, we thank you for allowing like-minded individuals to gather together across this virtual space tonight. We also thank you, Lord, for all of the blessings you've bestowed upon each and every one of us today. Father, I ask that the veil be lifted between the two realms to allow the guides and inspirers for Irene, Jean and myself to step forward so we may become pure vessels of communication. And we ask that the loved ones of those watching draw near so that we may receive messages of truth, proof, love and upliftment. Proof, Lord, that once we no longer need this physical body, our soul does go on and we can come back and communicate. We promise also that everything we do tonight will be done with truth, love and honesty in our hearts, and we ask for protection for all of us for this short period we are together. And at the end of this evening, we'll hand back to you everything which is rightfully yours, with love, honour and glory. Amen.
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 Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Right. I know that Jean and possibly Tony might have heard this one before, but I haven't read it out on here. The little story behind it is I was sent this in 2007 from the parents of a 14-year-old young lady who had only been given 6 months to live for cancer. And she wanted something to be for her to be remembered. Unfortunately, I haven't got the young lady's name, but this is it as I've written it out as she wrote it, and it's called Slow Dance. Have you ever watched kids on a merry-go-round or listened to the rain slapping on the ground? Ever followed a butterfly's erratic flight or gazed at the sun fading into the night? You'd better slow down. Don't dance too fast. Time is so short. The music won't last. Do you run through each day on the fly? When you ask someone, how are you? Do you stop to hear their reply? When the day is done, do you lie in your bed with the next 100 chores running round in your head? You'd better slow down. Don't dance too fast. Time is short. The music won't last. Ever told your child we'll do it tomorrow, and in your haste not seen his sorrow? Ever lost touch, let a good friendship die, 'cause you never had time to call and say hi? You'd better slow down. Don't dance too fast. Time is short. The music won't last. When you run so fast to get somewhere, you miss half the fun of getting there. When you worry and hurry through your day, it is like an open gift thrown away. Life is not a race. Do take it slower. Hear the music before the song is over.
Oh,
I love that. I love
it's
that.
beautiful.
It is.
It's absolutely gorgeous, that.
From a 14-year-old who only had 6 months to live, bless her. What a brain to write something like that. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
As always, if you would like, go on, Tony. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say it's weird how spirit work, because part of our talk this morning, as you know, Irene, was about being mindful and being in the moment.
Absolutely,
and being in the here and now, and that's what that poem's saying.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
This moment can never, we three, even though we're on 3 times a week, this moment will never ever happen again.
No, absolutely not.
It's like water in a river. Once it's gone past you, it's gone. You can't drag it back and live it again.
Yeah.
So be there, be in the moment, and enjoy every moment you're with somebody, because it can never happen again.
I think in some ways, Tony, I wanted to carry on a little bit some of what Matthew was saying this morning, what you've just so rightly said, because it is in the moment, it is in the now. And I think, I can't remember, but I think I put a comment on saying that if I can help somebody, bring comfort to somebody through the words of my poems, I will do so. And to me, that will bring comfort to all who are suffering with that horrible disease, including our own Jean, of course.
Yep.
But it's especially poignant for parents who have to go this with their children. You know, it's an awful disease, and I pray every day for a cure. You know, they are making headway, but you know,
the awful truth for me is that cancer, I know we call it a disease, but it's your own body.
Yeah.
It's your own body. A cell goes wrong. One cell out of the billions and billions we've got in our body goes wrong when it reproduces itself, and away it goes. And it's
I'm
awful.
just a big believer that we've all got it in us. It just takes something to wake it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just
it's like a lottery.
It's just something wakes it up. Like I said, mine's been twice, and I'm still here to prove that get it early, Get there. I know we're not talking about cancer's not on it, but whatever you feel, man or woman, if you think something's not right, get there, because you can be saved if they get it early enough.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hi, Macca White.
Hi, Macca.
Hi, Macca.
It's just said evening.
Sorry, I
Nice
wasn't
to
with
see
you,
you, lad.
Macca, but I was poorly when you was on.
I know.
I
He'll
think
be on
you'll
again,
forgive me,
won't you,
darling.
Macca?
Yeah, you're coming to see us again, aren't you, Macca, and work with us?
Better be.
Can I pick him another name?
Aye, it's his name.
I
Changed
thought
by
his name was
Deepo.
Mark, actually.
No, he changed his name to Macca by Deepo.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yeah,
He had the same name as my hubby.
Oh, it's just put, where is
He
it?
has, yeah. It's there. I've just put it on screen.
I love you, dear. Keep in touch.
Yes,
He will.
definitely.
He will.
So what are we doing? Are we going to do a Q&A or are we doing readings?
We'll do a mix of both.
We'll do a mix
of both. So if we get a link, we'll give it off, and then if not, we'll do some Q&A.
If anybody's got any questions, sorry, Jean.
Can I just give this gentleman off, because he was earlier on today, bless him, and I don't want to tell him no, we can't, because I got a lovely gentleman with me, a granddad. I don't know his granddad or a gentleman who would have passed later on in life, but he was sat in his own chair, bless him, and he sat there minding his own business, looking out at window and reading his newspaper. He says, and that were his life, because furthest he could get what at door and back. I do know he was lovely and he rounded, not very tall, because I'm not going 6 foot with this gentleman, but a lovely rounded gentleman he is. And he's got his little, bless him, he's showing me, he says, my slippers were my comfies. So I do know he more or less lived in his slippers, under them grey tartan type ones, you know, with last Velcro. And he's sat there and he's just saying, and I can smell pipe smoke, but I don't know if he would have smoked a pipe or if someone's connected to him would have smoked a pipe, because I can smell the pipe smoke with him. I don't know, all right, darling. I don't know he would have had a biggish family around him, whether it'd be an extended family or not. But I do know as well that his wife went first and he followed, and there wasn't a lot of time between them both. You know, it was like, one went quick within the other. I'm not saying it's 6 months, but they went very quick after one another, as I'm getting this gentleman. And he's saying he's fine. He wants to make it clear on the earth plane that he is fine. Is fine, but he's just saying he wants people to know that he's fine. There will have been a recent passing with people who can take this gentleman as well within the last 3 years. I'm not saying it's him, but there would have been another passing within the last 3 years. He's making reference. He said he did have a lovely head of hair when he was younger, but I do get it was more white or silvery grey, a bit like mine, when he passed. And he says he passed nice and peacefully. Can anybody understand this gentleman, please?
You've got Skylight Duck. She says, my dad smoked a pipe. My mum went before him.
And Karen Louise.
And Karen Louise can take it as well. So you've got two, love.
Right, thank you. Because he is so beautiful, this gentleman. And he said that he is happy that he's gone back. He's saying, I've gone back to her. So I know they would have had. Dad went in what?
1997. So Sky says, nope, my dad went in 1997, not for me.
Yeah, but I didn't say he had. I says there would have been a passing within the last 3 years connected to them. I didn't say it was him.
No, you didn't.
Right. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Is that Sky? Because I
that was Sky.
Sweetheart. Yeah, I just said there would have been a passing within the last 3 years, which would be connected, whether it be a friend, a neighbour. But I don't know he's mentioning this. He says he went nice and peacefully, and that's what he wanted. And I'm glad I'm back with her, he says. So I know there would have been a lovely couple, and I know they would have stayed together. They might have had their disagreements and everything, but he says this is just what he wanted. He wanted to go back to where, he says, so he's gone back to his love of his life, and this is just how he's made it. He's making reference to the month of May, so I know May must mean something. And have we got anything else on there from Sky? I don't want to miss her out if...
She's just said Dad didn't die within the last 3 years. Then underneath it, she's put, okay, I understand.
Right, because I don't want her to miss her out if she can understand the other. And so the month of May means something, bless him. And he's also talking about a birthday towards the end of February, because he's already saying happy birthday. I've got an anniversary. Dad was born in May. Right, thank you. Oh, I'm going to say that's a lot, Tony.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Right.
It's a question, so we'll pick that up.
So he's bringing this in as well, sweetheart. You can understand as well still, Karen, don't? Okay. I do know this gentleman would have been in either the forces or the Navy in his younger day, because he's talking about that. And there would have been some medals, because he's showing me some medals. So I do know this gentleman would have gone to a nice age, as I say it, because he's making reference to that. He's also, all right, sweetheart, he's also on about an old car. So I don't know if somebody's got an old car and wanting a new one, or he would have had one of the old type cars. And my husband's got 2 classic cars, and they're stuck, Tony knows, and they're stuck on my garden. But he's making reference to an old car, so an old car must mean something as well, or somebody likes the old cars as he's coming along here. Have we still got anybody in?
Yep, Karen. My mum and dad were married in May. My sister's birthday is the 23rd, and we have medals.
Navy. And I knew it wasn't, it was in some kind of forces, because I'd got that as well. Can I just say, I know William's common, but I've heard the name William. I'm not saying it says, but I've heard the name William, so it could be Bill, Billy, or he might have used his Sunday name and kept William. That's been mentioned as well. And I thought, all right, sweetheart. Somebody would have been named after him. I'm not saying William, but somebody would have been named after this gentleman, or they would have had his middle name, would have put his middle name into their name. Is saying
you're not with Sky. There's no military around Dad's life.
Thank you, Sky. Anyway, darling. Sorry, it's not yours. And they're coming in with this as well. There's little bits and bobs. He says what were left as well, which needed sorting out, and he's just saying he's sorry he had to leave it for other people to sort out, because I don't feel as though things got sorted when he was alive. So he's saying he's sorry, but somebody would have kept a coat, and they still would have the coat. I don't know if they've got it hung up in like a pantry or on an all or something, but he's making reference to a coat. So Karen, if you can understand this, sweetheart, because I think there's only you now.
Sky says our son's got Dad's middle name, but he's not there's no military connection.
Well, I've got either, like I said, Navy or military. I've got the Army or the Navy.
Yeah.
And Margaret Jones has just come up and said she can understand everything as well.
Because I have got that.
Oh, the piggybacking.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's going to be one of them nights, isn't it? They're saying, oh, we've got Jean back, let's make her work now.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing.
Well, don't, because it'll tire you out.
I know. I'm going to pass it on. I'm just trying to look, see if a name's jumping out at me, because that might help. Right. Right, wait a minute then. You must be able to My
grandson is in the military, though.
Right.
Sky says her grandson's in the military.
So it's still military connections, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Still got that. Can I just say September means something as well? I've got to give the colour yellow, and when I get yellow, I've got to give it for the upliftment, because that's what they're needing at the moment. So whichever one it is needs the upliftment. They're going through a bit of a rough patch at the moment. I'm not saying anything major, but they're going through a little rough patch, which I know everybody is, because we're all getting fed up now with this. But I'm not talking about this, with virus and everything. Yeah. They're going through a little bit of a rough patch. Your son was born in September, right? Thank you. They're going that. I do know as well. He talked about the coat, so the coat means something. Can anybody understand the coat? Because he's fetched the coat back in. So I do know he would have had a coat which somebody would have kept. And he's all right, darling. And he's just said that he's just told me that when in the chapel arrest, there was more than one went to see him. There was 2 or 3 went to see him all together.
Karen can understand the quote.
Right, thank you. Karen, can you understand where there was more than one on Sky? Where there was more than one went to see him in the chapel arrest. There was 2 or 3 what went together in the chapel arrest because one wasn't sure if they wanted to go or not. So you went to help one another out because he's talking about this. Because he's saying that we're all there, so I don't know. And he's talking, all right, sweetheart. And I know I've just mentioned 2 or 3. Right, that'll do. Because I know there was more than one. What went all in one because they went to support one another. And I don't know where the 3 girls come in. He's talked about the 3 girls. So I don't know if there's a girl in spirit and 2 down here or where the 3 girls come in. They don't have to be sisters, but there's 3 girls he's talking about. Margaret. It's talking about the 3 girls. I'm going to pass this on to Tony or Irene because I've got the 3 girls. Then somewhere it's talking about. All right, wait a minute. It's going a bit fast for me now. And somebody must be able to understand where somebody would have had one of those whiskey flasks. You know, the little whiskey flasks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he's just shoved one of that. I said, what are you shoving in front of me? And he's just shoved one of these in front of me. So I don't know if he would have had one or he would have liked a little tipple of whiskey every now and then. Because that's what he shoved in front of me. And I'm going to leave you with that because he's just going to tie me out and I'll be no good for anything else. So I'm going to pass you to Irene or Tony, see if they can help you out with this. But can I just say, he's a lovely gentleman. He's with the lady. He's fine. And I hope you can understand everything else I've just said. And I'll say night and God bless to all 3 of you. And I'll pass you on.
Go on, Tony.
Okay. I have to give you... First thing they give me is a blank mind. So I have to give you somebody's spirit side of life who would have had a condition in the head which would have affected their thinking and their speech, because I can feel that. I also want to say that this condition wouldn't have taken them straight to spirit, because I feel like I struggled with this for a little while. And I feel this is connected around a lady, if that makes sense to any of you who've just been listening in to Jean, because she's connected with the gentleman that Jean was talking about. I also want to say that as well as the silver whiskey flask, there would have been a ring, because he's playing with the ring that's on my finger. So there was a ring connected around this gentleman as well. Your dad went to La La Land, as you called it.
Oh, bless him. Oh.
Well, I can't comment, but I want to. But I feel like there's a connection with a lady around that who would have also had this type of condition. And I also want to give you around the 23rd of a month has been significant for a birthday or an anniversary. And I know Jean's given you the recent passing, but I want to say that there is an anniversary of a passing around now, which would be significant as well, because there's an anniversary of a passing around now. So we're looking at the beginning of February or end of January, beginning of February for this passing. You must be able to understand as well where there's the allergies because my nose is tickling and I feel like I really need to sneeze. Your sister Terry died on September the 23rd. That's fine. The 23rd I knew was significant. But somebody Earth side of life must be struggling with allergies of some sort, because he's given me healing. Well, they're both giving me healing, and my nose and my mouth are really itching. And what I'm getting with that is, if it doesn't settle, because it can't be a hay fever type of thing if it's happening around now. So just get them checked. Just get them checked. What else have you got? Give me something else then, sweetheart. You and your daughter, that's fine. And Sky, you have bad allergies as well. That's fine. Okay. Could we just slow the comments down? There's a lot of chat going on in the comments, and I've just missed something that went up. Hang on a minute, because I've just lost it. Dad's wedding ring. Thank you, Sky. That's okay. Okay. Right. Oh, really strange. I've never had one of these given to me before, sweethearts, but I've just had a crystal decanter, with the silver labels like whiskey, rum, that type of thing. That's all right, Jacqueline. It's just I missed it. It went shooting up the screen because Lisa and everybody was having a chat about the issue she's having. Sorry. But I've just seen this crystal decanter with, but I don't feel it's got the stopper, if you understand, because the one I'm seeing hasn't got the stopper in the top. So that's a memory link. That's fine, Paul. If you want to continue discussing, if you take it into a private chat through Messenger, that's fine. It's just then the comments will keep a track of who said what. Right. I've just taken my tablets, but then this gentleman's talking to me about somebody Earth side of life who needs to get some balance with medication. So I don't know if the medication's not, the stopper got smashed. Thank you, Karen. So somebody around you, sweetheart, must need some medication balancing. I'm having issues with my chest at the minute. I'm going to ring in the morning to get my inhalers looked at again because I'm still wheezing. And it's that type of thing I'm feeling. It's nothing dead urgent, but it just needs checking and leveling because the symptoms aren't quite controlled as much as they should be with the level of medications that are on now. Okay. All right. They're not giving me much more, but I've got, of all the flowers to put in a bouquet, I've got a bouquet of big daisies. So I've got a bouquet of big daisies to give you. So either somebody really liked the really large daisy type flowers, Michaelmas daisies, I think they are, or you would understand where somebody did give somebody a bouquet of daisies. I will leave that there. It looks like it's still between Karen and Sky, but
Sky.
Yeah, so I'll see if Irene's got anything to add to that.
Thank you, Tony. Since Jean and Tony have been talking, Sky and Karen, I don't know why, but you all know I work with music, and I have got the song 99 Red Balloons. So I don't know if somebody likes balloons or if it's to do with somebody taking one of those big balloon flights like they do. You wouldn't get me in one, but there you go. Or if somebody likes kites or something like that, but this it specifically said 99 red balloons, and I've got that song going round and round in my head. So one of you will understand where balloons. We always sing the song in the house. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, sweetheart. So you would understand where somebody, because I've got a lady that's come forward, sweetheart, and what this lady is saying, that whenever there was something going on in the house or at Christmas, you always used to put balloons up when the children were younger, if that makes sense. And there's somebody like the red ones, and I think that's why they've given me the 99 red balloons. So I'm not saying you had 99 red balloons, but the significance was of the red, because they like the red ones better than anything else. And this lady is also referencing a red coat. And I know that we've talked about a gentleman's coat being on a door and things, but this is specifically a red coat. And somebody had one, and it's all to do. So whichever one of you ladies this is for, you would understand, Karen and Sky, where there is or was a red coat. The specification again being on the red. It was a favorite color of somebody. And this lady's also showing me like when we in the 50s and 60s, they had the bright red lipstick and the bright red nail varnish, and somebody liked all that as well. Your sister had a red coat, right? Your daughter, Karen, my daughter loved red. Thank you very much, sweetheart. So we're still together. I haven't got much more. Oh, but this lady, she's just walking away, but she's just turned around and come back, and she's referencing a garnet set. Now, garnet is a deep red, similar to a ruby, and she's referencing somebody who in the family should have a necklace, earrings, or bracelet, or all three, that has got a garnet in it. The garnet is just a single locket, a single stone on the chain, and drop earrings, and possibly a bracelet, because she's showing them in a box. Okay, so I'm going to leave that with you two ladies, and I'm going to say good night and God bless, and thank you for working with us.
Can I just say quickly that this gentleman's just said to me that either Karen or Sky, either one of you has altered your hair, you've either had it coloured or had it cut. It says because it's something to do with your hair. So I do know there's something, so that might help a little bit. One of you will have had something done different to your hair. Okay, sweetheart.
Right. Thank you, Karen. That's garnet is your daughter's birthstone. I wasn't referencing a ruby, Sky. The actual reference was for a garnet. And but anyway, you both take what you can from it. Thank you so much for the confirmation.
They've obviously piggybacked in on that one.
Yes.
We do have a question from Kylie Whiteware.
Just 2 minutes. Can I have a question? I've got a name at bottom of my telephone, right? And it's got one of the little pins, what you stick paper on a pin board. How do I get rid of it? Because it's a message and I can't get it. It won't come off.
I've got the same one. Kylie Whiteway.
It's me.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's me. I've pinned a comment so we can get to the question. Because it was going up. It was going up.
How thick I am.
It was going up so quick. I pinned the comment so I could. But yeah, how do you know which way?
Karen, I'm always changing my hair. Thank you so much.
All right. How do you know which way to go with spirit to understand? I'm not quite sure exactly what you mean. Do you mean how to develop, or how to contact them? Can you just expand your question just a little bit? Because I'm not
quite sure what.
No.
It might be me what's a bit.
I didn't. Irene said with music, Matthew does with drawings. Right, okay. For me, just quickly, it would be whatever feels right for you. I tried lots of different ways of working with spirit. We did ribbons and colours and music, and I found that it just comes with me the way it does. and I'm pretty lucky. I use most of my senses with spirit, but it's whatever feels right to you. But I have started, like the poem I sent across to Irene the other day. If I just sit with my pen, because I'm practicing with dipping ink
psychic
pens,
writing,
and it just comes through. There's a piece of, over on my website, there's a piece of philosophy that I wrote that they just gave me, and it just flowed out to me. So it's whatever.
Up, lad, and you keep freezing.
No, it's you, sweetheart.
I'm going to say Tony on mine.
It's you that's frozen on our screens. So it's odd. But like Matthew said this morning.
Yeah, you two are frozen. You're not frozen, and
it's Irene what keeps freezing on mine.
Yeah, it is with me. Like Matthew said, if you sit in the quiet, you'll start to feel things coming through. So,
well, you're both freezing on
I'm a lot like Tony's just said, because I've been doing this 28 years now, and you've got to do what's right for you. A lot of mediums will still hold a crystal or hold something as a comfort blanket, and that's how they get to start with the mediumship. Do what's right for you. Sit. Make sure you protect yourself, though. Always protect yourself, but just sit and see what comes in. Because I'm lucky. I work with all my senses. I can see, I can hear, I can smell, I can feel, I can touch. So I'm lucky. So you have to go with what? Don't panic. A lot of mediums or trainees, I'm sorry, Tony, for jumping in, but a lot of panic because they'll say, I can't hear though, and I can't see, and I can't do this. Don't worry. Don't worry. You might just see a little black and white photo in your third eye, or you might just wonder, well, where's that come from? And it's spirit. I've always taught, and I have taught, and I've always said, whatever comes in here, reasonable, comes out of here. Because if you sit and think on that, a lot will say, I'm working on it. You've no need to work on it, because while you're working on it, you're going to add your own interpretations to it. So don't, you can't swear. There's got things you've got to change and things like that. But go with what you feel. Just go with what you feel. And spirit won't let you go wrong.
No, and it's also what feels comfortable for you, because I've seen mediums who say that they died through suicide, and it never comes to me like that. It doesn't come to me like that. They always say my own thoughts and deeds led to my passing. That sort of ties in. Sorry.
The question. I always say gone with different means. Because it sounds a lot nicer.
How do you develop the spirit senses as my daughter sees people? I would that the first thing I would say, and I think Irene will agree with me on this because it's something she picks up on a lot, is find a group. Find a church, find a center, find a group of people who are online learning, but learn through somebody who knows what they're doing. And I'm going to sound really harsh here, but I'm going to say it. Don't just do a 3-week online clicky boxy thing, get a certificate and go out doing mediumship.
No.
If it works for you in 3 weeks and you're at a level where you can deliver a rounded, full message with evidence from spirit, wonderful, because some people it does work like that. But make sure you've learned the ropes. And I'm not saying sit for 15 years in an open circle some people say you've got to do, but there's a happy medium. There's a happy medium to be found. That's a joke. No, there is a balance between. I mean, it didn't really take long for me. I was in circle a few months with Jean, and then Jean and a friend at the time took me out on rostrum with them, and I was giving messages. But there's a lot of things online at the minute where it's like, do your level 1 in this, that, and the other, and they don't teach you the basics of opening to spirit, closing to spirit, and protecting yourself. So please, from me, Irene and Jean, learn with somebody who's been through it and teach you the right way. Because lesson 1 in any course Jean and I and Irene run is how you open to spirit, how you close properly to spirit, and how you protect yourself and those people you're working with. So that's my sixpenneth, and I've said it.
No, I'll just give you a quick example, because I run I did, and I still run a circle, but I was running a circle for years in a church. I'm not going to go down that road, which church or anything, but unless even in an open circle, the person who's running the circle should be aware of spirit, should know what's happening, and they should be always looking round to see what's happening. Because a couple of times in a couple of circles I've run where things have going to happen, and you can see where there's somebody going down in trance and they shouldn't, or there's a bad energy what has come through. And I know there's nobody out there what alert you, and I'm a big believer on that, because your family's there to look after you. But there's always that energy what can get through, and that's what happened in a circle I run. Now, if I'd not been there that week and let somebody else run it, no names, let somebody else run it. It's not you, Irene.
I didn't think it was, darling.
No, let somebody else run it. They wouldn't have known what was happening in that circle. And it was somebody what said, I can run it for you. I can run it for you. I know what I'm doing. Yeah, they knew how to do it raffle. They also knew how to take, make a cup of tea and take the money, but they wouldn't have known about that energy. So please, if you go into one of them, then that's fine. But make sure that they know what they're doing. It's easily done.
It is.
Anybody's good setting up circles now, and we know they are, Tony.
Yeah.
There again, it's not just that they're going on rostrums in 6 weeks. They're opening their own circles, their own development classes, when really they're not ready. No. Sorry for that, but...
Irene, have you got anything you want to add to that?
Well, I've just seen, just to add to that, I've just seen Lisa Fallon go up with a question. It says, and I agree with you too. And Lisa's question is, do you think it's safer to learn online, or is it safer to have mediums around you to help protect you? Personally, I would be in a circle, a development group with mediums, because as Jean has said, it is safer, because you can look around if you know what you're doing, and you can see, because some people, when they meditate, they can go into trance. You can also learn how to ground and how to protect yourself. You can do that online, but it's not as in depth. I sat in a circle in a private closed circle for about 4 or 5 years, just to sort of get myself up again. And then I met our lovely Jean and Tony, and we have done things, and we've brought mediums forward, and that's but personally I think it's safer if you do it with somebody around you, Lisa, rather than actually do it online. I know somebody who's doing at the moment what Tony's just said about doing an online course and getting a certificate, and that person thinks that everything is learned and that's it, but it isn't. It takes many years.
It does. But
we learn every day. We're still learning.
There are really good things going on online. I've seen a lot of these Zoom circles and things, and they work really well. But I would still say there's a place for both.
Oh,
there is
thank
a
you,
place
Lisa.
for both.
Yeah.
I'm still going to wait.
Skies put a comment up. Please, how will my daughter's health be now and in the future? We don't do predicting.
No,
we can't do that.
No.
even if we were working delivering messages, we wouldn't go down that route because nobody can tell you how your daughter's health's going to be now and in the future.
And if they do,
They
then
can't.
it's not right because you're not allowed.
They
And
shouldn't be doing it.
Your loved ones wouldn't say that anyway.
No,
No.
absolutely not.
The most your loved ones would say is they will give you the strength
Little
to carry
bits.
through
Yeah,
what
that's it. Yeah.
like Nick says at the end of his prayer every week at Littleport, Lord, we do not ask you to move the mountain, just give us the strength to climb. And that's the most Spirit will do for you, sweetheart. They will give you the strength to deal with what's in your path, because God and Spirit aren't in the disease and in your daughter's health. They're in the reaction to it. So, yeah.
Can I just answer Kirsty Lee Bonington? Jean and I run a open circle and a development group at the Unity Centre in Rotherham in the old school. When it is open and when our Jean is feeling a lot better than what she is now, we will be going back and restarting that, and keep an eye on here, and we will let you know when that's going to be, because Jean and I run it. Tony and Michael come to us when they've got time because they have their own things going on, and sometimes they'll just pop in and see us and that, but you know, we will let you know when that happens. If Rotherham is close to you and you can get there, sweetheart. Okay. Sorry, Tony, I just wanted to answer that, love.
Have you read what Sky's put?
No, that's fine. No.
What?
Well, a psychic told me years ago about my mum, years ago, and told me mum will die at 87, and she did.
Ooh.
All I can say to that is that if that's psychic, that
But
has
it's
just
okay,
got...
Tony, Jean, and Irene. Thanks kindly. Bless her.
I would never tell anybody that their mum was going to die at 87. Never.
No.
Tony,
No.
Never, ever.
We're not going no names, and we'll not go into the church. But what about the person we knew, which was supposed to be absolutely brilliant, an international medium, told someday that when they got home, they'd find somebody passed away?
Yes.
Frightened them to death.
Yeah.
Zoe, I'm going to do something. I'm just working out the Zoe's gift. Tony, are you going to do a development class? I am, but I'm working out the logistics of it. So just bear with me. I missed a question. I saw a question that we missed.
Well, Paul's got one there. How do you know if the circle you're in is not a good circle if you are only starting up? That's a good one for you, Jean.
Sorry, what's that?
Paul Haig Smith, how do you know if the circle you are in is not a good circle if you are only starting up?
Well, that's really difficult because you'll not know for a couple of weeks. If a circle's friendly, all I can say, if they're friendly, they introduce themselves to you, they make you warm, you feel right for you, then that's it. Because I can't say, I've been in one church where they didn't make me feel welcome, and that was really odd because I wanted to say something, and it's a church I would have gone to, and they didn't make me feel welcome, and they said, shut up and sit down and don't say anything. Well, then I'm sorry, but that's not a circle I'd want to go to. I'd want to go to a friendly circle. Not. And I've got to say that in our circle that we give everybody a chance to give a message off. Yep. Whether you want to, you don't have to. I always say, stand up, sit down. If you've got anything, give it off. And we always encourage, we don't make you, but we encourage you to, if you have got anything, to give that off, and not just let mediums who are there who know they can work and workers who know they can work. Let everybody have a chance, and that's what an open circle's about. And it's not the person who runs it, it's not their open circle, it's everybody's open circle.
Yes.
You've got to remember that. A circle is everybody's open circle and not just the ones who run it. So that's all I can say. If they make you feel welcome, that's fine. If they don't, I won't bother.
Kylie Whiteway, also, can you have an animal guide? Yep, you can. A bird turned up and got on at work and waited for me to come out of the room. Yep, animal guides, definitely.
Yes, yeah.
They walk with you. Oh, and Suzanne, here's one for Irene.
Oh, okay.
It depends which spiritualist society you're talking about.
Really? If they are part of the... why did you say this one was for me, Tony? Right, okay. If they are part of a spiritual... Well, these days, at one time, and everybody who has done this for a long time will know the spiritual home of spiritualism is the Arthur Finley, listen at me.
Arthur Finley.
Arthur Finley College at Stansted. Now, that's the Spiritual National Union Church, SNU for short. But now we also have 2 or 3 others that are up and coming. And the most prominent of the new ones is the one that Tony's in, which is the Christian Spiritualist Church, which has no affiliation to anybody whatsoever except their own beliefs. It's still done in a spiritualist way, but with the Christianity involved, and that's why our Tony wanted to become a reverend. And it depends on what you're looking for and where you want to be. I mean, I do a lot of healing work as well as my mediumship, and I just go with the flow, and I just go what I know what's best for me. But it takes time to get that, and it takes time to hone those skills. One thing I will say, and I'm sure that Arjun and Tony will agree with me, when you sign that invisible contract with spirit, you will work, and they will have you working till the day you join them in spirit, and they will not let you go. And the only time they will let you go is as spirit gives, spirit can also take away. And this is why we also talk a lot about egos and stuff like that. Tony, Jean and I and Michael get on so well because there is no ego. Not one of us is better than the other. We all work together and there is no jealousy. And that is important when you do this work, because there are several mediums that we know together and separately, and a couple of famous ones that have actually gone up and got really egotistical, and then they've been dropped down again. So be careful of what you do.
Yes.
I don't know if Jean and Tony have got anything to add to that, but you've
got to think, like you just said, if you sign up to work with spirit, then you've signed up a long life contract, like you've just said.
Yeah.
Don't always wish.
But in terms of societies,
go on, Tony.
I know some places that are affiliated to the SNU, and what they do is not what I would class as best practice. But then there are others that are independent that do wonderful work. So just because somebody says, oh, we're affiliated with the ABC or the XYZ, it's the people that run it that make the energy in the place.
Absolutely.
And, so I would say, like Jean said, give it a couple of weeks and you'll know from the feel of the place whether it's right for you or not. And like Michael said, ask around, ask people if they've heard of the church or the centre or the group. Are they any good? That's all I would say. I just wanted to pick up on Lisa. So a bad, see, you're calling it a bad energy, Lisa. It's energy. It's just, if it's an energy that the most I would say that they can do is make you uncomfortable.
Yeah, it can't hurt you in that sense.
These documentaries and reality things like Jean's Ear Hauntings, where they scratch you and bite you. Jean and I, and I'm sure Irene has, been to various places, and The only one thing Jean will tell you the story about at some point is it was poltergeist activity, wasn't it, where they were slamming the doors when they knew you were going to cleanse it. But poltergeists aren't spirit. It's energy that's created, from within you. You build it up yourself. So it's not from spirit. So I would say they can't hurt you in that sense. They make you uncomfortable because they change the energy. If they're mischievous, they'll change the energy in the room or the house, and it feels uncomfortable. But they can't hurt.
Your family wouldn't let, your guides wouldn't let them hurt you, your family wouldn't let them hurt you. So just remember that, like Tony just said, they make you feel uncomfortable, but they're not there to hurt you. I've never known anybody yet, other than these silly programs on telly, haunting us, people like that, where they all come out as dragons with big teeth and big claws.
Yeah.
Well, we don't go to spirit with big teeth and big claws and look like a dragon. So I don't know where they get all that from.
No. Your granddaughter's been waking up screaming, saying her granddad was in the bedroom. He won't hurt her. Ask him to step away.
Yeah, if you're not happy, you feel uncomfortable, ask him just to go.
Ask him to step away, because his family, he's not going to stay around if he realises it's upsetting her. Okay.
There was one that I saw go up. Somebody, I think it was Anne. Anne, let me just have a look. Yes, I think it was Anne that said that since she's lost her husband, she closed down and now would like to open myself back up. Do it in the right way, Anne. Make sure that you're grounded. Make sure that you're protected, sweetheart. And I'm sure if you sit quietly in the silence and do it in your time, in your way, if you know how to do it. If you don't, message myself, Jean or Tony, and we will help you go through it, okay? But just protect yourself and be careful, sweetheart.
Yeah. Laura goes to Wath Church. We love Wath Church.
Yes, it's nice at Wath.
Darren's wonderful. We love Wath.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He makes me laugh so much. He's so generous with his time. He really is. He's a wonderful medium. Absolutely wonderful.
Sorry, I'm just scrolling through the jumping a little bit.
Have you seen Laura's? I feel I have a couple of spirits in my house or my home, a gentleman in the bedroom and children on the stairs.
It's just a shadow out of the corner of the eye or noises.
That's all you might see.
Strange at times.
If you feel uneasy, if you just say to them, like we've said earlier, if you feel uneasy, if you just say to them, would you mind leaving or going, as I'm not ready yet? They will go. They will go.
Suzanne Signs.
If they think you're frightening you, they will leave you.
Is Thundersley in Kent? I think Thundersley in Kent.
Depends where in Kent, though, because it's a big county. Depends where you are, Suzanne. I know this one in Ashford, and I think that's run. Oh gosh, who's that run by?
Philip Towler.
Yes, Philip Towler in Ashford. They have one.
Thundersley must be Essex. That's right. But Phil Towler, he'll point you in the right direction for that area, Suzanne, without a problem. And he's a lovely gentleman.
He is. He's a very nice gentleman.
Are we keeping going? It's 8 o'clock.
Is it?
Yeah.
When did that happen? Always happens. Okay.
But we've done very well.
We have.
I hope that we've answered some of your questions, and
we have.
They've been very useful.
Yes, I hope so. And if you've been sat watching and you've thought, I don't want to put my question in the comments, just drop a private message to us, and we'll pick you on up. I think we may have a visitor back. Louis doesn't wake up in the night since your help. He wakes up pointing at the front room and saying there's a big shadow, Mummy. Oh, bless him. Bless him. If you contact either Sarah. Oh God, their names are good. Jeanette Bolton and Sarah. They'll get in touch with you because I'm back up in South Yorkshire and I'm stuck here for the foreseeable future. But if you get in touch with Sarah or Jeanette across at Pastures Green, they'll be able to help you out, sweetheart.
Jackie Manley wants to know, Tony, is there a Christian spiritualist church in Sheffield? There isn't, is there? Or is there one going to be opening up? There isn't one as far as I know.
I think there is, isn't there?
Oh, is there?
I don't know.
Just let me just check. Just let me just check. Is there a Christian spiritualist church in Sheff going to open? When going to open, Tony?
There might be one opening. It depends what happens with the caravan and things and how long we stay locked down for.
Well, I told you where there's a church in Doncaster that needs using, Tony.
That's fine. But yeah, it depends what's happening. But yes, there could be one opening if I get stuck here for much longer, because this might become a physical church, but can still continue doing the online stuff. There's a more down in Darley Dale's a lovely one, but it's a bit far, that, Michael. That's Jen Gill's place.
Oh yes, it is. I love Darley Dale. It's beautiful.
Some lovely ones.
When you say in your prayers tonight, people, can you include Jen Gill, please? She's just had a bereavement in the family due to COVID.
Oh, bless her.
So if you look on my website, www.tonyswindlesmedium.com, on my blog page, Jen gave me a piece she asked me to put up called Recent Grief or New Grief. It's lovely what she wrote. It's beautiful. So
can you send it to me, Tony, please?
Yeah.
Because I've had trouble getting on your www.
Can we just
I don't know why.
Excuse me. Can we just answer this one? Yes, we are still going to keep one up, aren't we, up and running?
Yes, absolutely we are.
It might not be 3 times a week, depending on what we're doing, but we will keep as many services as we can, because once COVID's over and we can get out and about, we might all be working on different nights, but we will definitely still be having an online presence because it's become such a community. I do think it would be a
shame to let it go.
It would be awful if it went.
Yeah. And not only that, Tony, I also feel that with us doing this, we've not only got our own support system with each other and the small churches we do, but also we're a big support now for everybody on here, and anybody that wants to learn or wants to know anything, they know they can put a comment on messages, anything at all. That's what we're here for. We are here to help you. And we've reached so many people all around the world, and I think that's wonderful. I do. I really think that's wonderful.
That was something that really came out this morning. Was Matthew said the same thing. He's met people from all over the place through COVID.
Sorry, I'm just reading Lisa's. I'll be camping outside Jeans when we are free.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I'll let you in, sweetheart. You don't have to camp outside. I'll let you in.
Yeah. But it's this is just such a wonderful community. It's brilliant. You feel like our congregation, even though we're not a physical church, it still feels like you are a congregation, because I am a Christian spiritualist minister, and it's just wonderful. It's wonderful.
Can I just say I'm a nun?
You're a nun.
Well, I'm just me. I'm just me. Oh, Evelyn, that's a wonderful thing to say. Evelyn Brown says, I'm in awe of you all. You're all lovely. How wonderful. Thank you, Evelyn.
Bless you. Bless you. That's lovely.
And Zoe, I look forward to seeing you. Thank you.
Well, when you consider what God said in the Old Testament was, when two or more people are gathered together in my name, there I shall be, which is a church.
Absolutely.
So there are, at the minute, 42 with us. That's 45 people gathered in God's name. So there you are. Anyway, thank you very much for your
supporting us
support
again and coming on
tonight. It's
Yes.
wonderful that you all, because names on here that I saw this morning as well. So I was having a conversation with Michael, just sorry to keep this dragging on, but I was having a conversation with Michael, and he said, at the moment, because of our situation, we should try a daytime or an early afternoon service as well.
Yes, that'd be good.
Would people
Yes.
think that would be a good idea? Because I'll schedule or an extra one next week if people think it would be something they would like to do.
Well,
If
I
you
can't do
think
Monday, Tuesdays. I can't do Monday, Tuesday because Ed's at home Monday, Tuesday. It's his day off. But Wednesdays is good for me.
Wednesday would be good. I can do Wednesday.
Yes, I've got.
Downstairs before Michael says.
Yes, we've got
lots of yeses.
To say yes, yes, absolutely.
Right. So if
we're going to have to give Evelyn the time zone, sweetheart. She's just said because of time zones.
Yep, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so I will schedule one. So we might do an extra one next week. See how it goes and try it. Okay, thank you very much, people. Like I said, it's wonderful. Oh, yes, please, next week, because I'm on annual leave, says Nicola Goodson.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. So we're Monday, aren't we? So Wednesday and Thursday, there will be the other New Christian Spiritualist Society services from Bridlington and from Littleport. Nick Brown, if he's up to it, will be doing the service from Littleport. That'll take us to Friday when we shall be back. And then Sunday service, 6:30. The other services are 7 o'clock. But because it's a divine service on a Sunday, we give it the extra half hour. Wednesday is Michael's university day, but I'm sure I can fiddle it around so that it's when Michael's not having a class. So I will put a post out like I normally do. I think that's everything. Oh, tomorrow with my other hat on. I'm doing a chat with Nicola Goodson, who's just put a comment on as part of the Rainbow Project. It's History Month, LGBT History Month this month. So we're doing special events. So we're doing interviews with the trustees of the Rainbow Project. So if you're not doing anything tomorrow night about 6:30, bob on and have a chat with us. It'll be wonderful. So that's everything. That's all the notices. Irene, you said you hadn't got anything this week, didn't you?
Yes, darling, I did. No, I haven't got anything this week, sweetheart.
That's fine. That's fine. Jean, have you anything you want to add?
Sorry?
Have you anything? See, she's not listening.
I keep getting.
I just said, is there anything you want to add to our notices?
I've enjoyed it, and I must say, all the healing does help me when I come on here when I'm still poorly.
Yes.
All the energies, all the healing.
God bless you, everyone. I hope the Lord blesses you and keeps you safe till we meet again. Irene, would you like to close us down in prayer, please, sweetheart?
I will. Thank you, Tony.
Thank you, darling.
You're welcome. Can we bow our heads, please, friends? Dear Lord, Divine Father, thank you once again for a wonderful evening in your company and our spirit friends' company, and of course our congregation. And as I close the veil between the two worlds, could I ask for healing to go all around the world? And could I also ask for a guardian angel to be with each and every person who has been with us this evening? And until we meet again, please stay safe, everyone. Amen.
Amen. Lord, keep us safe this night, secure from all our fears. May angels guard us while we sleep, till morning light appears. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. God bless you and keep you safe till we
Night,
meet again,
everybody. Keep
everybody.
safe,
Night, God bless.
everybody.
Good night. God bless everyone. Stay safe.